Hola and welcome back to DML. So the new Dragon of the Week has been announced, as it usually is on Thursday nights. And so the next Dragon of the Week that we're going to be getting is this shiny little boy right here. So this is the ceramic dragon, and I think he looks pretty cool. And he was actually available not too long ago in a boss challenge event. So it's kind of strange that they've decided to bring him out as a Dragon of the Week so soon. But he is a light fire and wind epic dragon. A very cool dragon nonetheless, and he's probably not too bad for an early to mid-game dragon. But if you do want to breed this dragon, then this was posted on the Gameloft forums, and the combination is going to be the Mercury plus Dust dragons. So the Mercury can be kind of a pain to go and breed, and we struggled with it for a long time as a lower level player. But the most annoying thing about this breed is the fact that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 other possible outcomes. There isn't a shared breeding time, but I'm not sure what the obsession is with making all of the Dragons of the Week have 12 outcomes or more. Like, why? Why do they have to be so troublesome to try and breed? But the breeding time for the ceramic is 20 hours normally, reduced down to 16 hours with VIP. So, again, on Monday, when you're breeding it, just look for that 20-hour breeding time. If you get it, then kudos to you, my friend. But, aside from that, we do have the other boss challenge coming as well. And so, I mean, the breeding for the Dragon of the Week isn't going to get in the way, and I did say that I was looking forward to a week where we didn't have a new Dragon of the Week to worry about, so I'm kind of happy about that. But I'm trying to breed for the Panda Dragon now because, we already have the Ceramic, we already have the Maple Leaf, we already have the Dragon of the Month. So I've been trying to breed together the Melon and Earth Dragons in this breeding den. But I'm sure we can find out another combination for it. So it says that the combination that we need to use is Earth, Plant, and Water. So we can find an Earth and Plant Dragon, and then a Water Dragon. So Earth and Plant, so a Tree Dragon, and a Water Dragon. And if we breed those two together, that should give us a chance at breeding this Panda. And what was that? A 6-hour breeding time. And I do plan on doing a breeding guide for the Panda Dragon soon enough, but I believe its breeding time is 16 hours normally, so we haven't been successful on our first 2 reattempts here, but I can't wait to get a hold of him. It's just his eye, and his egg is pretty cool as well. But, with these token breeding dragons, the problem is, when they get unlocked, you'll always have the chance to breed them in future. So, if anything, they basically turn into a pseudo VIP dragon, where, you don't even want to see them. You don't even want to see them anymore, because every time you go and breed, I don't know, for like a monthly dragon or something else, they're going to end up popping up instead and ruining your chances of getting it. So, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with them, let's say. But regardless, I'm not sure. I hope that upcoming boss challenge does have some fixes, like I've said before, but we'll see. We shall see. In the meantime, though, I am happy for everyone that didn't manage to get a hold of him originally, that they do get another chance, because, I mean, like I said, it's weird. Why would they bring out the boss challenge dragon so soon? But at the same time, maybe it's for the people that are still playing from the last time, when they're like, I really wanted that, but I couldn't get him in the boss challenge event. Harumph. And now they're giving it to us again. Although the breeding combination could have been a little bit nicer, admittedly. It's just the Maple Leaf was annoying to breed. This dragon's gonna be annoying to breed as well. Like, if you're gonna give us a duplicate Dragon of the Week, at least make it a little bit easier to breed. Come on, dude. Come on. Not asking for much, am I? I'm not sure if we can do these fights with our level 80s. Come on, have a random guy with like level 60s or something. Come on! I know we're in 1500 territory now, but that doesn't mean every single person needs to have max level of like level 81, does it? Oh, well, this guy's got a max level of 79 fully enchanted, so maybe we can do this one. Whatever, I'll give it a shot. I don't know if Atlantic can do it alone. Maybe if there's only one level 79 fully enchanted dragon. If there's 3 of them, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Well, it's a level 70 so far, so it's looking good. Next one is the big boy. I mean, we still should win anyway because we are a level above it, so we've got a little bit of extra health. And then the final one's a 45. Okay. It paid off. Our luck paid off in the end. Not too bad. I'm still trying to get legendary mats, by the way, in case you hadn't noticed, which is why pretty much every time I get the opportunity, I am doing enchantment fights. Doesn't mean that we're getting given any, because still to this point we have still not received any, which is annoying enough. Oh my god, really? Do I have to reset this many times? You're lucky I have so much excess gold at the moment. I still don't know what I'm going to spend everything on. Like, at this point, we're going to end up getting to 1 billion gold before anything else. Like, I'm just gaining so much gold every single day and not enough food. Although I say that, but you know, food does take a while to hoard up and collect and then spend. And generally speaking, it is a good idea to save your food for like a feeding event, so that then you can, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. You can get the rewards from the feeding event, and you can also level up your dragon. And the main reason I'm thinking about that is because, like I've said a couple of times now, I am considering leveling up our Hermes dragon, because he is divine, and divines are a lot easier to enchant now. There's some more legendary. I mean, I would have preferred a higher grade, but I guess I'm not going to complain as long as you're giving me something. Something is all that I ask for. Oh, and I forgot that during the boss challenge, we're also going to have a clan event as well, aren't we? I mean, it's better than having a clan event along with a castle event, along with other divine event stuff, I suppose. It could be a lot worse. It's just, you know, sometimes with the amount of events that we've all had in a row, it has been quite non-stop recently. Like, just a few days of downtime, and then we get another event. And people have been saying, what, would you rather us just not have an event during this time instead? Honestly, probably. Because, especially people that, like, for this current castle event that's ongoing, for the people that have to skip the fights, and the event's going to take 10 days to complete for them, straight afterwards, they're going to have to go ahead and then do a boss challenge, where they're going to have to be on the game for every 2 hours. So my question is, when do they get a break? Never? Are these people destined to forever lose their sleep? Because that's what it seems like, as of right now. It's just, when you have so many events in a row that are so time-consuming, it does feel like a little bit too much. If the events were made a little bit easier and less tedious, and we had them as consistently as we do now, I don't think people would complain as much. But I've seen quite a lot of people saying, like, really, we really do just want a break. At least for a week or 2. Because when we know that the Divine event is on the horizon, and we've just had a major castle event, and now we're having multiple events in a row, we've had the chain breeding event just end as well. I mean, you can be happy that they're including so much content in the game, and I'm not saying that's necessarily, you know, something to look down on. But what I am saying is that if the price to pay for us getting so much content is just rehashed castle events, I would rather just not have them. Like, if you just make original, really cool events that, I don't know, change from the norm so there's something new to do, but it takes a couple of weeks extra to make them, go ahead and do that. Because you know what they say, quality over quantity. And I would say, except in the case of food, because, you know, I'm the sort of person that would sit down and eat pot noodles every day and not care. But at the same time, if you eat pot noodles every day, or Subway or something like that, you're probably going to get very sick and be extremely unhealthy. So that's why the quality of the food that you eat is important to an extent, like, you know, fruits, veggies, good cereal, because you know those stupid Cocoa Pops and everything like that with all their sugar and everything. Basically, it's like having an energy drink for breakfast, you know. So I guess the quality of something is always more important than the quantity at which you eat it. And again, if you just eat a massive lot of food that's really cheap instead of eating a smaller amount of good food, that is basically leading to obesity at that point. So, you know, I guess it's the case for all things. I know I've only used one example, but I really do think that it's important to take that into account, especially when events like these keep popping up all the time. And you know what I found out? I don't remember if I said it in the live stream or in a video, but the original castle event, like the Forgotten Castle event, was actually released in China, along with this event that we had. So you know the Get Mech'd event? It's this castle event, but in China, it's just the same event, but it's the original Forgotten Castle event. So it has the Castle Dragon for the level 5 reward, the Rock Snake for the level 3 reward, and they don't get the engine or the scrap metal dragons. And you might say, yeah, well, that's not fair. We should all have the same rewards. And I do sort of agree with you. But the thing is that the only reason that we all got this castle event map then? Just to make it easier to port on both servers? Because, you know, originally I guess I was a little OTT and annoyed about the fact that we got the exact same event with the exact same tile costs, and then hearing that about China getting the original castle event, I don't think it's made me feel any better about it. I think if anything, it's made me a little bit more annoyed, because at that point, it's like, we know that China didn't have the game originally, so obviously they got the Autumn Dragon as the Dragon of the Month this month. They're getting the original castle event instead of this new castle event at the moment. So how many things are going to get changed in the game, or reused in the game, just to give it to China again? And don't get me wrong, I want the Chinese players to be able to experience the game and have fun in the game as much as anyone else. But do we really need to reuse events and things like that just for one server of the game, if you get what I mean? Like, why can't we just have new original events that incorporate those old dragons, but for everyone? Wouldn't that be the better option? So that then everyone gets something new? But then you could say, yeah, well, China's never had the chance to get these dragons, so you're being rude, quacks. Well, yeah, but why can't we just bring those out as other special events separate in the future? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people, you know, even on the other servers that never got the Castle Dragon. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the other servers that never got the Rock Snake and stuff like that. But I don't think reusing an event that is basically the same thing that we've already had before is necessarily the right choice. And again, that's just my thoughts on it. You may disagree or not, it's up to you. But that's just the way that I see it. You know, I get that a lot of games, especially of recently, have been struggling to port to, you know, things with separate servers, where there's different jurisdictions in China and such, compared to the other places as well. I just don't know why China has to cause so many problems, you know? It's just a lot of effort porting to so many different countries. I mean, there's always issues with licensing and laws and regulations to begin with, and then there's just this extra layer on top. So, you know, I really do feel it for game devs these days. You know, how about the good old days where you could just put any garbage out there and then everyone would just suck it up? Nah. Now you gotta do like 2 billion things before you can even get the bloody game out. Or one of its mini updates out. Like, Jesus! It's a lot of effort. I do realise that. But, hey, you know, they'll do whatever they want. It's up to Gameloft. They can do whatever the heck they want to do with their game. It's just... I'm just giving my opinion on what is happening. But regardless, that should be everything that I wanted to talk about for now. If you're wondering about my Get Mechs event progress, that should be out in the next video. But look forward to that new ceramic dragon coming out. Hopefully this video doesn't get destroyed because I tried to record this 3 times and OBS kept dying. So if it has died again, someone will be murdered. But thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you then.